What up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another SNA podcast video on November 6th, 2024. And this is the wrestling news for you Assassinators today, and we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing news stories and rumors that you assass need to know from the Wrestle Talk article. And we're going to start things off with some spoilers for the New Day's WWE 10-year anniversary segment. And it says right here, following the announcement of a special WWE Raw episode of a new report has revealed spoilers for the New Day anniversary segment on the November 4th episode of Raw Talk. Adam Pearce, the Raw GM, announced that future episode would celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the formation of the New Day. The group consisting of Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E first started started in 2014, and has gone on to become one of the most successful stables in the company's history. According to PW Insider, WWE filmed a ton of content with the trio at the Stamford, Connecticut headquarters a few weeks back. The material filmed, including Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E tossing ice cream at WWE staffers assembled at different places of the HQ's main area. It remains unknown when the New Day anniversary episode of WWE Raw will be at the time of this writing. New Day's Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods have been dealing with ongoing this dissension on WWE TV as of late, which has led many fans to believe the anniversary segment will be the blow off to their story. Wrestle Talk will provide any further updates on the New Day anniversary segment when they become available. But what are your thoughts on this New Day's 10-year anniversary celebration? And also recently, what are your thoughts on them showing when they very first became the New Day back about 10 years ago? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. I think that we will indeed see the New Day we'll see the New Day will have a segment with all three members, but only for Xavier Woods could attack Kofi Kingston, and then this is where we can start the feud there, with them facing each other at a Saturday night's main event or the debut episode on Netflix, or even at the Royal Rumble, or maybe they can hold off until WrestleMania. We can have Big E as the special guest referee. But let me know in the comments below which when they should start the match. Do you think should it be at the Saturday night's main event, or should it be in the Netflix show? Or just give me your take. What you think? What should happen? And
I was about to say that too.
And let's move on to the next slide. We got WWE name.
Now they don't do that. I went there and got their ass straight.
WWE names retirement match date confirmed. We got WWE's NXT star Miko Satomura has now confirmed the date for her retirement match.
I was trying to talk to the lawyer about it, and on my phone rang, and I got to call him back. He was screaming, bloody murder, one. No, I took him out. He was mad.
But yeah,
it went everywhere.
Miko Satomura has now confirmed the date, for the retirement match, 30 years on from her in-ring debut. It was revealed in July that Satomura planned to hang up her boots for good in 2025. While a specific date wasn't confirmed at the time, like of that report, and it and it was noted that several people close to Satomura indicated that her plans were for her retirement match to take place in spring of 2025. It has now been confirmed that Satomura will wrestle her final match on April 29th, 2025, with Sendai Girls Pro Wrestling, sharing a graphic for a show called Satomura the final, yeah, Satomura the final on this date, and and she and they posted and she posted this on what social.
Y'all can use the fries up in the freezer if y'all want to. I think y'all want to.
But we can go to Taco Bell for a snack. You were so gonna cook tonight. Remember you cooked that stuff. And I forgot too. I said she's gonna want to go somewhere. We don't have Randy's going nowhere. Do you want to go to Taco Bell? What's today?
Today's Wednesday.
That's fine. I was gonna make you brisket then.
But either way, it says this right here, from 1995 or April 15th, 1995 to April 29th, 2025. 30 whole year, Nico Satomura's 30-year history comes to an end. April 29th, 2025, Tuesday, Korakuen Hall, 11:30 start. Retirement date has been set. I wonder how many more matches I will be able to watch, for everyone who supported me and everyone I met. I will push through until the end. Satomura's final opponent hasn't yet been announced. While Miko Satomura is technically still with WWE, she hasn't wrestled on WWE TV since unsuccessfully challenging for Roxanne Perez's NXT Women's Championship, on the March 23rd, 2023 episode of NXT, when Roxanne Perez was in her first reign as the championship, and when she was still a babyface at that time. But anyways, let's ask this question right here. What is your hot take? What is your hot take onto the who's Miko Satomura's last opponent is? And I believe that whoever it's going to be is going to be in Japan. Unfortunately, it's not going to be our final match. Is not going to be in WWE. Even though before she has her final match, I would suggest her to wrestle some dates, whether if it's in NXT or in the main roster, whatever that works for her. But either way, I will wish her the very best in her her final run in the business that she's been doing for the last 30 years. And I hope this will be the best retirement match of her life, I guess you could say, or her whole career at least. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about. We got some. Next up, we got some special appearance, teased for WWE Royal Rumble, WWE Royal Rumble 2025, in Royal Rumble, it says right here, the The WWE Royal Rumble returns on February 1st, 2025 in Indianapolis, Indiana, the hometown of NBA star Tyrese Halliburton. Halliburton is no stranger to WWE, having escorted Logan Paul to the ring for his match against LA Knight on the June 28th episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Also, he also appeared on an episode of NXT recently as well. Like reports have A report has have noted that WWE is expected to feature both Burton and Jalen Brunson on on fe- on future shows when it works for each of them. Footage from Burton and Brunson's appearance on WWE SmackDown can be seen below this news story. And and with the WWE Royal Rumble heading to Halliburton's hometown, he was recently asked if he would be at the PLE. Landon Bufford asked about the possibility of the NBA star hosting WrestleMania and whether he would appear at the Royal Rumble. Halliburton said, You might see it. I can't tell you everything, but you might see me at the Rumble." Halliburton would confirm that the Indiana Pacers are playing on February 1st, the day of the Royal Rumble. The Pacers are set to face Atlanta Hawks at the Gainesbridge Fieldhouse with a 5 p.m. start time for the game. But what are your thoughts on Mr. What's his first name again? Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah. Do you think that he's gonna make a special appearance at the Rumble, in his home town of Indianapolis, or do you think that he's gonna be heading to WrestleMania, making an appearance there, and be also the host of the Showcase of the Immortals event? I think he'll be both. He's gonna make some kind of appearance in some capacity at the Rumble, and then they're also gonna make a host be the host of Mania, and maybe be involved in some kind of a wrestling angle, whether if it's from Raw or SmackDown. I'm assuming it's on SmackDown. Just a wild guess, considering he made an appearance on there. But yeah, but either way, let me know down in the comment section right down below on what you want to, what's your thoughts onto that. But yeah, the Royal Rumble is going to be live on February 1st. This is the first time we've seen this pay per view be on the February in over 15 years, and also, yeah, let me know in the comment section right down below, who's going to win the Royal Rumble match, and that both the genders, the males and the female Rumble, and who's going to be facing who for which title, the WWE or the World Heavyweight title. Yeah, just leave a comment down below. But let's move on to the next slide.
Let them know what you got. Julie,
Yeah.
Where the shower is in there, and then our bathroom. Can you tell
your bathroom in the shower?
Just to do that.
The exterminate there?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I probably will. Yeah, absolutely. But next up, we got Nick Aldis news to talk about with with him breaks his silence on Randy Orton attacking Adam Pearce with the RKO that he did this past Saturday. And yeah, SmackDown GM Nicholas the Ridiculous Aldis, and yes, that was a nickname that I learned from Chelsea Green. But anyways, uh, he reacted to a question about whether he will do anything about Randy Orton's conduct, at Crown Jewel, to the Raw GM, Mr. Adam Pearce, and the November 2nd WWE PLE saw Orton and Kevin Owens set to face each other, only for the match to end before it even got started. With both men brawling, both the Raw and SmackDown GMs would get involved, in a attempt to restore order, as can be seen below. This news story, Adam Pearce would find himself on the receiving end of an RKO from Randy Orton, with Aldis making a sharp exit from the ring. And I totally forgot to say, that Randy Orton must have said "mind your business" to Adam Pearce, because he gave him the three most destructive letters in all of sports and entertainment, the RKO. Because this shouldn't concern him, because he's a Raw general manager, not a SmackDown one. But at the same time, Adam Pearce was only trying to help with his fellow GM of WWE, even though he's a SmackDown GM, but they knew that the producers were not going to do nothing about it, with Sean Devari and Jamie Noble getting beat up by both Owens and Orton. But but with WWE SmackDown returning this Friday, the official WWE Twitter account would send a message to all this asking, Is Nicholas the Ridiculous Artist going to do anything about this? In question, some kind of a punishment for both the prize fighter and the Viper. This is where the Aldis would repost the tweet with a message of his own, expressing his feelings towards the question. Stated, I don't appreciate being addressed in a public forum like this. And then Adam Pearce would also comment on the RKO incident in Saudi Arabia, on November 3rd, with a tweet that reads, presented without comment. You and the tweet includes an image of Adam Pearce being RKO'd with a lowercase d for some reason. They should have capitalized. Orton, while all this appears to look on having previously commented on what happened at the show. SmackDown GM and Raw GM, both Aldis and Pierce have a somewhat teased relationship, which has seen shots fired in the past. The WWE SmackDown GM has previously discussed the possibility of a match with his Raw opposite number counterpart, but what are your thoughts on to this? And do you think that and Nick Aldis is going to address these actions that Randy Orton calls to himself by hitting the most destructive letters onto the Raw GM, or do you think he's going to do nothing about it, and that's going to piss off Adam Pearce, and he's going to assume that he told Randy Orton to do this just for some reason to try to take me out, and so he can win some kind of a GM of the year award, which that don't even exist anymore unless Triple H is surprising us. They're trying to show to show us his appreciations of us being GMs of some sort. That's what I probably would say. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. But I would not mind if Nick Aldis did not acknowledge this and try to address this by punishing Randy Orton or even giving Adam Pearce the $50,000 that he was about to use. Like if Randy Orton tried to do the same onto him again, but Randy Orton was like, he already done it, so I'm gonna do it to the other GM that's on Raw. But yeah, like I'm thinking that's what's probably going to happen. I'm not sure, like if that would happen per se, but you never know the possibilities. Like it seemed like that they get to happen like that. We could turn this into a Survivor Series match, battle of the GMs of some sort. Yeah. But moving on, we got next up we got AEW news as they share like interesting Bobby Lashley update. Following his debut on Fright Night last Wednesday on Dynamite, AEW has shared an interesting update on Bobby Lashley's next move in the company. On the October 30th Fright Night edition of AEW Dynamite, the Almighty made his long-awaited debut with the company by confronting and attacking Swerve Strickland alongside his fellow Hurt Syndicates, MVP and Shelton Benjamin. The company then announced that the Hurt Syndicate will appear live for an in-ring promo segment on tonight's Wednesday night Dynamite on November 6th. And ahead of the show, All Elite Wrestling shared a video with an interesting message about Bobby Lashley's AEW contract status, indicating that Anthony Khan will try to get Lashley to sign a contract on this week's AEW Dynamite episode while tweeting, Bobby Lashley shocked the world last week on Dynamite. Will AEW GM and CEO Anthony Khan be able to get Lashley to sign the dotted line? Find out this tonight on Dynamite on 8 p.m. Eastern only on TBS or something like that. Make sure to watch now, wherever you get your broadcast from. But anyways, Fightful Select previously reported that Bobby Lashley has legitimately been under contract with AEW since September, indicating that AEW's latest tease is part of a storyline, obviously. Because why else he's there, if he's not already under a contract, even if he did sign, let's just say at the beginning of October, he still was under or even if it was the same day, they wouldn't brought him in if he wasn't legitimately signed under a contract to be able to be on the show. And there would be security guards trying to escort him out of there because he wasn't sent by an invitation. Well, I mean, even if he wasn't signed by a contract, he could have just signed a one-off deal, agreement, in order, and then the following week he could sign a contract. But obviously, this is all part of the storyline with him signing his new contract. And yeah, and it was reported by Fightful right here saying it's tomorrow in Manchester, New Hampshire, live on the TBS network, 8 a.m. Eastern Central. The Hurt Syndicate live, Bobby Lashley shocked the world right here. Well, you can see the tweet for yourself. I'm gonna try to pull it up right here so you can see it right here. Let's see. For some reason, it won't. Here it is. Yeah. Here's a tweet from All Elite Wrestling for you to see for yourself. So I want to see the video. Show y'all the tweet. I mean, the video is still playing without the audio. I don't understand why. My apologies, Assassinators, but what are your thoughts onto this? What's your reaction like onto this? And what do you think what's going to be happening? Do you think Swerve Strickland's going to try to get some revenge onto Bobby Lashley from last week? Only one way to find out is to tune in for AEW Dynamite tonight, which we're going to be talking about later on tonight on the Wednesday Night War edition of AEW Dynamite, like the one-off only. And for those that are unaware, like NXT then came on last night due to the United States election, like for who's going to be the president of the United States. 45th or I don't know what to say. I'd say 46th, the 47th president of the United States. And shockingly, like I'm gonna give you a little bit of a spoiler. Like it's Mr. Donald J. Trump that won, by the way, even though I'm not into this political stuff, like unless if it's somebody that I know that I like that's a friend or a family member, a favorite celebrity, that's going to be what's that called? That's gonna be what's that called? What's that that's gonna be can't be running for president, I guess you could say. Yeah, I guess that's the safe word to put it. But anyways, yeah, like I'll say most likely like a friend or a family member, I should say. Yeah, I should say it like that. I'm not sure if I should put it like the last one, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, unless it's them, like, I'm not voting for president. Some might say that, like, oh, Kamala didn't got in, and yeah, they want to see a first female president. Well, I'll say maybe we'll see a first female president very soon, but not too soon. Yeah, obviously, because we got Mr. Donald Trump just got back in office. But yeah, I better stop saying that before I start getting criticized. But I'm gonna tell you this one thing, like before I get off the subject. I know who could be a first female president, but I'm not gonna tell you right now because y'all probably think I would be absolutely insane because yeah, y'all probably won't know who I'm gonna be talking about. Like if I did tell who I'm talking about, like if I did tell you, like and you understand, why would you know, how you would know if they're into politics? Well, I'm just gonna just leave it right there. Like, but anyways, moving on, like into out of the topic, we got next up, we got some Paul Heyman news, like with his influential comments on comments on a scrapped WWE gimmick revealed. WWE Raw star Big Bronson Reed has discussed a WWE Hall of Famer, which is also known as Mr. Paul Heyman's influence, on his short-lived presentation upon returning to WWE in December 2022. Bronson Reed was briefly presented in vignettes under a Mr. Nice Guy gimmick. And let's see. And despite the character not lasting a long time, Reed revealed that Paul Heyman worked with him on the presentation. Speaking on while speaking with Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, Bronson Reed discussed Paul Heyman's influence on his character, and he said, is what the monster of Monday Night Raw had to say, or the big monster, whatever one. It says right here, his interviews, he said it was basically it was based on myself to a degree, but I was working with Paul Heyman, and he came up with the Mr. Nice Guy tagline, and basically it's just in my life, I'm the good guy. I always say that like I'm a dad now. I'm a loving husband. I do everything I can to be a nice guy. But when it comes to being in the ring, I have to be a killer. So that's sort of what that character is based on. It's almost based on a hitman to hire. You see these hitmen in their everyday lives. They're normal guys with families and stuff. They just happen to go kill people at night while laughing. So that's Mr. Nice Guy. Bronson Reed has been embroiled in an ongoing rivalry with Seth Rollins on WWE television. Reed cost Rollins away number one contenders match on the November 4th edition of Monday Night Raw a couple of nights ago. But what are your thoughts on we telling the story about Paul Heyman come up with this very interesting character, which Paul Heyman knows how to find some good wrestling gimmicks from a mile away. He always show that he belongs in this industry. And even but there was a time like when Paul Heyman was not really like it was even in the wrestling business originally, like which was said by Paul Heyman in the story before back a few years ago. But I'm going to talk about that when that's the necessary time to make it into a topic on the wrestling news video. But let me know down in the comments section right down below. But even for a guy that's not originally was like a like a pro wrestling guy, like he knows that, or not, I'll say not a guy, I'll say a pro wrestling kid. Like he still know how to make success out of the business. Yeah, if that makes sense, of course. He knows where to find some success, like miles away, like even over a billion miles away. He could make a wrestling business absolutely successful. Like, and if there wasn't a WWE, he would be smashing it with AEW and what roster they have right on to that brand. But moving on forward, we got AEW star recalls being rubbed the wrong way during the WWE talks. A current AEW star has recalled recent talks they had with WWE and how they felt rubbed the wrong way following him. The the last year, like AEW star QT Marshall announced that would be leaving the company at the end of the year, with him becoming a free agent on July 1st, 2024, New Year's of this year. However, like following his departure, QT Marshall end up returning to AEW in a backstage role, like where he currently serves at, as a backstage producer. Okay. It says right here that given Marshall's connection, I don't know why did this happen. Okay, Assassinators. Back. It says connections to WWE, like with the given that this connections with the current WWE champion. Let me rephrase that: the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Like to like in him helping run the Nightmare Factory. Like many speculated about Marshall's potentially joining WWE, which don't end up happening. While speaking to Sports Illustrated, QT Marshall discussed a conversation that he had with WWE during his free agency, where he said he was rubbed the wrong way during the conversation. He He explains, I had one conversation with somebody that doesn't even work there anymore. I just got rubbed the wrong way during the conversation. It was like, hey, yeah, oh, yeah, that's great. All right. and I told him, like, yeah, all right, we'll stay in touch. To me, it was like, I'm not staying in touch. I had all that time between November and January, so that on July 1st, when that conversation did arise, or July 2nd, whenever it was, like it was like kind of new, plus like I had like already spoken to Tony like before that, like, so I kind of knew, like, I think I was just looking for a reason to say no. Cody Rhodes and QT Marshall's factory of Nightmare Factory was recently announced as one of the many independent schools as part of the new WWE ID program. QT is set to face off against TikTok star Big Boom AJ, like of the Costco guys, like on the AEW Full Gear 0 Hour show. And what are your thoughts on to but what are your thoughts on to excuse me, but yeah, what are your thoughts on QT Marshall nearly getting signed with WWE? And like, what are your thoughts of these negotiations fell through, and who was the guy that was the reason why for it, like, that worked for WWE that's no longer even there, which that was referred by QT Marshall, which that's a very good mystery. Like, I'm just not sure who it is, but we're just got only one way to find out. That is, look up like who was there at the time in January, between November of 2023 to January of this year, 2024. But moving on forward, we got next up we got two top WWE names that, let's see, two, come on, stop going in and out. Okay. Anyways, it says two top WWE names are uh, on the leave from the company, like, and two top backstage WWE names are reportedly currently on leave from the company for personal and family reasons. And it says is an in an update like from Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer, like longtime WWE creative team members Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes like are currently on a temporary leave from the company, uh, 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 per multiple sources. Again, and both men are expected to return to the company, though like the time frame for their return was said to be indefinite. Pritchard's absence like is officially said to be due to a family emergency, while Hayes' absence is due to personal issues. While both absences have taken places at the same time, there is no connection between the two, with those in WWE emphasizing that this is not more of the old guard being moved out, as people would speculate on that both will be back. Pritchard is one of the key names in the creative team in the company, with him working directly under Paul Triple H Levesque. Michael Hayes has worked with worked for the company since retiring as a full-time wrestler in 1995. Well, almost 30 years of being in the business, just like the chief content officer of WWE, and has worked as a producer for a number of years, including recently being the key producer for the Bloodline storyline in the company. Many had speculated about Hayes' status, when Jamie Noble has was listed. When Jamie Noble was listed as the producer for the Bloodline six-man tag team match at Crown Jewel. But what are your thoughts on what's your thoughts on on these two WWE executives, taking a leave of absence for a couple of weeks due to family and personal reasons? And do you think they will be back soon, like maybe in the next week or so, or when do you think, how long is it going to be, wherever this family emergency and there's personal reasons is for, which I'm not saying to speculate on other people's business. That's very rude. But yeah, I want to change the subject by being unrude and say I want to wish him the very best of luck, and hopefully that whoever this family member is not in a unfortunate state at this very time. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys be the judge of that in the comment section right down below. Well, I'm gonna take being, but yeah, I didn't really pay attention much because I never heard of anything what's going on backstage in WWE lately. So how I'm gonna know anything about what's going on with these two, I'll say, veteran producers. One of them used to have been a wrestler, which is none other than Michael Hayes, until he retired in '95. Which that's the funny thing about it, that's the same year that Triple H made his WWE debut and been in the company ever since. And I believe the chief content officer is going to have some kind of a 30-year anniversary celebration in 2025. Yeah, which I want to give a early congratulations to the chief content officer, and I want to thank him for giving us fans some quality programming and storylines in WWE, which I want to give a huge thank you to the chief content officer, and thank you for bringing so much success in WWE, from his debut. I'm not debut. I say from his start from being WWE champion to being a coach, or not coach, like the head writer of NXT and talent development, and also now being the chief content officer and the head of talent relations in the main roster of WWE. But yeah, but let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about we got a former WWE star, let me rephrase it, recalls reaching out to AEW name about potentially joining the company. Former WWE Cruiserweight Champion Paul London has revealed that he reached out to a head of talent relations, Christopher, the head of talent relations of All Elite Wrestling, Christopher Daniels. While London has been active on the independent scene over the last 2 years, he notably took some time away from wrestling during the pandemic. Like in speaking with Fightful, like London explained that he decided like to focus on his life away from wrestling during that time. During this time, I should say, not that time, this time, noting, well, I took some time off here and there in the pandemic. Like I was supposed to work the Ring of Honor show in Vegas, and that got canceled like on around Valentine's Day. Like I could be off a month. It was March 14th, like 2020, of course. Like so, I was geared up to go do that, and that got canceled. So then, like the whole pandemic thing happened, and I was living at the time. Was I was the Sherman of like I was the Sherman Oaks at the time. Like, but I was really close to all this looting, like, and all it was just chaos, like, right, like, so my mind was everywhere but pro wrestling. Then I moved to the hood. I moved to the hood because I wanted to get more street, and I started working a shoot job, and it was fun for a while. But then I started to see. I think of AEW. I came up like around the time, and I have a lot of friends there. Like London noted that he reached out to Christopher Daniels about potentially helping out in AEW, and added, it got to the point where I actually reached out to Daniels and was like, "Hey, I've seen the show. I'd love to help any way I can." I kind of got, like a revolving door answer. It was like, "Oh well, yeah, no, see you later. That was fine. I get it. I guess they have all the help they needed." Paul London made his MLW return at the August 28th Summer of the Beast show, defeating Brett Ryan Gosselin, yeah, Gosselin, Brett Ryan Gosselin. That's how it's pronounced. But what are your thoughts on to Paul London like nearly making his AEW debut? Like, and do you think he would have been a perfect help for the All Elite promotion in some capacity? And I'll say if Brian Kendrick wasn't called out for a controversial thing, he controversial statement that he made on social media in the past, I think he would have probably would been a perfect. Paul London would definitely would have been perfect with him, considering like their partnership from the other company, which is WWE, of course, from them being former multi-time tag team champions. Like they could have been fighting in the AEW tag team division, like facing the likes of the Lucha Brothers, the Young Bucks, the Hardy Boys at the time. This name anytime. Oh, Private Party, even, yeah, Private Party, FTR. Like you can just keep going down the list. The list goes on and on and on. But yeah, or like if Paul London was a single star, do you think he would have still been a perfect help in some capacity, or do you think AEW would have been perfectly fine without him? Like, and they don't really need him. I'd say that's probably the right word to put it, and I totally would agree on that one. But I think that like it would have been cool if he would have joined the All Elite promotion at the same time. Like it would have been very awesome to face the likes of, name somebody like in the 2020 era. Like it could have been like a Cody Rhodes. It could have been a Brody Lee. It could have a AEW title showdown with John Moxley. Like, and even have like a 5-star classic with Kenny Omega, and even with Pac as well. Like in some kind of like a high flying flippy doodah kind of contest, I guess you could say. Even though you don't have to do no flippy doodah moves in order to get the fans' attention. Like it can naturally, the fans could watch and enjoy the show, but like with it in the natural manner, of course. But let's move on to the next news. But moving on forward, we got some Chris Jericho news now. If I can get to it. We got, Chris Jericho recalls big crowd reaction for AEW star in Cardiff. Current Ring of Honor World Champion Chris Jericho has recalled the big crowd reaction for AEW star Big Bill in Cardiff. Like on the August 24th edition of AEW Collision, which is the same go home show before AEW All In, Hook defeated Big Bill ahead of his All In London showdown match against Chris Jericho for the FTW Championship. Like during the match, Bill got a big crowd reaction for with the Cardiff fans showering like the star with cheers. Like despite being a heel against the babyface Hook. On the latest edition of his Talk Is Jericho podcast, Big Bill discussed like the huge reaction like he got like in Cardiff. He said, very out of nowhere. We were out there earlier, like in the night of for Chris Jericho versus Tommy Billington. Like when when I was in the ring with Hook, like the crowd went crazy. Like I think like a lot of things went into that. Like I had a lot of quality with the fans, like especially like the UK. I've been on TV with NXT since 2014. Like so, 10 years they've been seeing me. Like they've seen my journey. Like they've seen the ups. They've seen the downs. They've seen the real downs, like, and they seen my comeback from those. They are kind of saying to me, hey brother, like we respect what you're doing. We love you. Even though you're a heel, like we have to let you know that we know what they've been through. Like we know where you came from. Like, and we're happy for you. I think that was a big portion of it on how he adapted like to the cheers from the Cardiff crowd. Bill said they started cheering for me, and I've like what is going on in question. Like they're getting louder and louder. Like, and I'm really trying to play heel. The whole point like of the match is to set up Hook like as the uber baby face, like going into All In. It would not stop. I kept pulling every trick that I could. There was one point like where we went like to the floor, and I had a Hook. Like I said to him, like, don't worry, I'm going to get them to switch. It it was 100%. I was going to get them. I went in the ring and all wanted to Wanted to. I went in the ring, and all I wanted to do was prevent that. I loved their admiration, and then flip them off. They just cheered even louder. Like that was that was an ego check for me. Like because I thought for sure I got this. They wouldn't go with it. Like after that, I was like, oh, sugar honey iced tea. Oh, hello, Mr. James Matthew Blount. Like, nice to meet you, and welcome to the SNA podcast. And I hope you are enjoying the news video I'm talking about, especially with this with Big Bill in this interview with his own teammate Chris Jericho of the Learning Tree and Jericho's Talk Is Jericho podcast. But but yeah, like, and I hope you subscribe. I see that you like the video. I hope you yeah, you're enjoying this to the point that you want to be a subscriber here and also an official assassinator, I guess you could say. Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, I want to ask you this question: like, what was your thoughts on to the Cardiff crowd, like cheering for Big Bill? And do you think that there's gonna be plenty of cheers where that came from, like when the next time they go to Cardiff? And I hope that we will be seeing Wales other than their colleagues like when AEW does go back there, but it seems like that'll probably be for AEW Forbidden Door, like on the road to Forbidden Door. Let me rephrase that next year, because AEW All In is going to be in Arlington, Texas, in the Globe Life Field, I believe that's what it's called, where the Texas Rangers play for. But what do you think this AEW All In is gonna end up being like? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. But let's move on to the next news story. Let's talk about. Next up, we got some Wyatt Six news now. As WWE named the funny misunderstanding about the faction's debut. And WWE Director of Character Development Rob Fee has addressed a misunderstanding that took place in the Wyatt Six debut. Like the June 17th, 2024 episode of Monday Night Raw saw the debut of the Wyatt Six. Uncle Howdy made his debut. Footage from the debut can be seen right down low. This news story, with a number of WWE stars caught up, like in the backstage destruction. Oh, before I continue, I want to ask you this question: do you think Big Bill is going to be cheered more often in the foreseeable future? And do you think this should be a perfect sign to go by with him possibly turning babyface in the future? Which I think he shouldn't be doing until like somewhere down the middle in 2025, by the way. But anyways, back to this Wyatt Six news now. As footage from the debut can, or said that once such a star was none other than Chad Gable, who appeared with a bloody wound on the side of his forehead, and in a recent interview with Collider, Fee opened up about the funny misunderstanding that emerged from his saying. Like that emerged from this. Like what I'm saying, from this, he said it was the funniest thing when they debuted. Like the reactions of the internet were when Chad Gable got shot in the head. Like people online were like, "Did I just see Chad Gable get shot like in the head?" Like in question, like in a very concerning, interesting way. Like, and we're like, no, like we did not shoot Chad Gable in the head. Like the whole thing was blew up, like, and it was so funny seeing how everyone like reacted to what was really just a dramatic subsequent sequence, I should say, with the dramatic sequence with the June 24th episode of WWE Raw, seeing Gable return to the ring. Bronson Reed commented on having a wrestler like a monster in the form of Braun Strowman, like in a zombie. Like Wyatt Six, like has recently focused on the Miz with Bo Dallas, like leading in an interrogation, like on the like on of the star on this week's WWE Raw, like like the the Miz, like who has recently like been associated with the Final Testament, probably can't expect much in the way like of help from Karrion Cross after recent comments, which you can see right down below, which we're gonna get into right now. But what are your thoughts on the Wyatt Six attacking the Miz, and like, and what are your on that, and what are your thoughts on what's your reaction of people on X or any other social platform assuming that Chad Gable got shot right in the head? And did you agree with those fans, or do you think that it was something that was totally different, like that the White Six did to cause the wound on in front of Chad Gable's side of his forehead? I'll say not. I'll say maybe not on the forehead, maybe right on his head, like on the top edge right here. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section right down below. Moving on, like more news about the White Six, but this time about Karrion Cross's reaction, like to the Miz's kidnapping from the Raw faction. After being kidnapped last week's WWE Raw, the November 5th episode saw The Miz in the hands of the Wyatt Six. Last night's WWE Raw saw the Miz being held hostage with an E, held hostage by Bo Dallas, like in footage that can be seen below. Like this news story revealed that the Miz like was the target like all along, like in a video package that includes throwback footage to Dallas and Curtis Axel, like as the Miz Taraj at the time, with the Miz having been close to the Final Testament. Like he pleaded like that he wasn't with the group, and it was all a misunderstanding. It would be then that Bo Dallas like would reveal that truth of their plans, like before leaving a terrified Miz seemingly to his fate. Come on, what's wrong with this thing? Oh yeah, it would be then the Bo Dallas would reveal that the truth is their plans is. Why did that have to go off right when I was reading it? The truth like of the plans like before leaving like a terrified Miz seemingly to his fate. And it says right here, having a less than urgent reaction to the Miz's kidnap like last week, like Karrion Cross would be equally unperturbed, like while speaking to Raw GM Adam Pierce be seen below. Like he would also share a cryptic message on social media, like as can also be seen below. Uh, Given homework like for the audience as Scarlett watched the video back, like as can be seen below this news story. Like Cross would say, "Told you," like to Scarlett, like before she asked if he mean that he was dead or that the White Six were after the Miz. And Cross like would confirm that he meant that that Wyatt Six were after the Miz, with Scarlett going on to say, "You know, like what this reminds me of." While trying to give Karrion Cross a question for him to ask, like and she added, "Do you remember that one time like you kidnapped that guy you waterboarded him like with gasoline?" The Final Testament leader would show a piece of art like to the camera that forms like the backbone uh, like of his homework, like confirming that he remembered with Scarlett telling him that that was creative and getting a thank you from Cross. Like Scarlett would then go on to ask about the fate of the man is in question. I pondering, pondering, did you ever let that guy go, or did you set him on fire? And then carrying Cross. But yeah, Crosswood eager to uh, to change the to subject like with Scarlett, like did turning back to the Wyatt Six being after the Miz and asking if he would let it go. Like in response, Cross would pull out a weapon like in the form of a knuckle duster, yeah, knuckle duster, like like armed like with a taser as the pair launched like or not launch laugh. Why is it launch? I mean laugh. While the pair laughed like as for the artwork, like a fan would name it along with the artist, like and the storyline behind it, like while tweeting, like Saturn, like devouring like his son, like Francisco Goya, like wasn't it a Roman story like of the original Titanic no Titan the Titan Saturn consuming his son Jupiter, like or so Saturn thought, like before a Saturn, or in Greek, Kronkos, like was foretold, like to be slain, like by his own kin. Cross would confirm this to be the case and share another message about what we can expect to see while treating well, like well done. Like buckle up, you're about to see like the entire vision. Like Bo Dallas has recently has seen the whole entire vision. Bo Dallas recently how the White Six will challenge, will change, not challenge, change. Well, I'm understand what am I even saying right now? Will change over time in WWE, noting that we will see Bray Wyatt in everything that the faction does. There's a lot going on in this Raw Talk clip. On this, what am I talking about right now? I'm gonna get the wrong things. But I want to ask you this question. What are your thoughts on I'll ask you this one question right here. What are your thoughts on to the Final Testament not even caring about the with the Wide Six kidnapping him and having him in this very odd dark room, like with Bo Dallas start laughing on the side of his face, and maybe the time that the Miz yelled at him and not treating him right, like as a teammate or like a like or a sidekick like alongside Curtis Axel at the when they were Miz Taraj at the time from the 2017-2018 days. But anyways, let's move on to the next slide. We're going to end it right here onto this note with we're in today's wrestling with a WWE star featured like a muscle and fitness magazine, like yeah, or featured in muscle and fitness in her magazine. WWE's Ivy Nile has reacted to an article in the upcoming issue of Muscle and Fitness, like hers magazine, like published like by A360 Media. Nile revealed that she had a featured entitled "Family Fighting" like in fitness in the new issue through a post on her personal Instagram account. The post featured a short video showing where readers can find the feature and can be seen below this news story posting about the featured Niall also shared her thoughts, revealing that more to come of her fitness journey, writing as everyone knows, fitness is a huge part of my life, and honestly, my passion, not just for the physical part of it, but it has taught me the most, the this the discipline this the discipline and what I'm truly capable what I'm capable of mentally. Super grateful to be part of this article. More to come down the road while having a flexible a muscle arm emoji underneath the message, like the real life Emily ad and Anzulis, yeah, Emily Anzulis, like signed with WWE in January 2020, and has a MMA and in a comp and competi in a competi in a competitive MMA in a competitive fit. Like she was a competitor on the NBC game show Titan Games, hosted by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Her MMA experience like saw her compete in the women's flyweight division since joining WWE. Niall has featured in NXT and was called up to Raw with the Creed brothers in the 2024 WWE Draft. The November 3rd episode of WWE Raw saw her compete in the WWE Women's World Championship #1 Contenders Battle Royal. And here's the video of her being featured on this fitness magazine of hers. Which that's the name of the magazine, of course. And did you see that? And what are your thoughts? And I want to give a huge congratulations for the female, what's the female American Made member, like to be onto this in this fitness magazine, and also huge congratulations, and I hope many more success in her life and her dreams, like whether if it's being in wrestling, whether if it's in fitness or anything in life that she wants to do. I would wish her all the best of her luck, best of luck, like to her, like in the foreseeable future, like as she's starting to be more recognized in not only in the wrestling world but also in the world of fitness as well. And I want to congratulate her on that, and also like, and speaking of the Titan games, like even my own father like even said that like she looks very familiar back a couple years ago when he saw her like on NXT, like when he saw me watching her like compete on NXT. He was like, she looks very familiar. I thought I saw her from somewhere, and this is where we both pointed out that it was on the Titan games. Like, well, like when she was on the show like with The Rock, like, and I was like, yes, like it was the Titan games, like yeah, like that's where I must have saw her from, like that from 2019, of course, but yeah, but that'll probably be a different story for a different day. But I thought I might point that out to you, Assassinators, since it was brought up right here on the news story. And I guess that'll be it for today, Assassinators. And I would suggest you guys, like, if y'all are a fan of Ivy now in some way, like, I would suggest you to congratulate her as well, like, whether if it's in the comments, like on this comments or on her Instagram story, like wishing her to congratulate if y'all haven't already. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today, Assassinators. I hope y'all all enjoyed today's video, and if so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button and subscribe, and the post notification bell for more SNA content videos. Make sure to check out both my Wednesday Night War special review videos for both NXT and AEW Dynamite, which we're gonna be talking about multiple matches, like from Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin teaming up against the 2/3 of the AEW Trios champions of the BPCC, Claudio Castagnoli and the Bastard Pack, which there's soon to be the Death Rider. And also, we're going to be seeing the in-ring segment with the Hurt Syndicate. We're also going to be seeing Jamie Hayter finally going to get her hands onto Penelope Ford, or even the other way around. Whoever's going to get their hands first on each other. We also got the conglomeration against the Learning Tree. We also have Adam Cole, baby, taking on House of Black leader Malachi Black. And then we also got what else that's going to be happening on tonight's AEW Dynamite? Oh yeah, Kyle Fletcher and Kenosuke Takeshita taking on the one and only Ricochet, like in a partner of his choosing, of a mystery partner. And I wonder who this guy may be. If we haven't guessed already, I already know who exactly it is. You could just see, it's probably it's gonna be the person that Kyle Fletcher at least wants to see, but he's gonna end up seeing him anyways. That's the only spoiler I'm probably gonna give on today's video. But until I until I review it tonight, and in case if I don't review NXT tonight, I will be doing it like the next day, which will be same time tomorrow, if not like earlier, like along with my football news video. So make sure that either way, check that out as well. Like my NXT review video, which it's gonna be in the ECW arena with it's gonna feature the likes of in matches like Bubba Ray Dudley and Trick Williams taking on All Eagle Ethan Page and Rich Holland. We also got what's his name? We also have what's her name? Jada Parker and Lola Vice in a hardcore match for the hardcore match with Don Marie, like is the special guest referee, and probably same goes for another ECW legend, which is none other than Rob Van Dam, which I think he's also going to be special guest referee in the match between Javon Evans and Wesley, and also what's it called? And we're also going to be seeing the 10 women tag match, which is going to feature Zarya, Jordan Grace, Kalani Jordan, Stephanie Vaquer, what's her name? Julia against Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, and Fatal Influences. Three members of JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Jasmine Nix. And who's going to win all these matches respectively? Let me know in the comments below. Give me that answer with this curious question from y'all's take and point of view. And also, let me know in the comments what show you're going to be watching first, if you're going to be watching both of them, or if you're watching only one of them type, which one is going to be. I'm going to be watching both, but in case if I don't have time to make NXT, I'm going to hold it off until the next day. But I can guarantee AEW for sure because it is Wednesday, and I love doing it on Wednesdays. And also, I cannot hardly wait to watch both shows. I can guarantee you that. I'm going to be telling you talking to you guys about it regardless, like how I enjoyed the shows, and it's going to probably give me those 2020 vibes, like when they were the Wednesday Night War. Like, I just like it when these shows are going head to head. Like, I wish it could be like this forever, but it's only be this one time. I'm only going to be thanking this United States election for once for making NXT to go on Wednesdays instead of Tuesdays. But that's probably the one thing I'll probably thank for that. But that's all I'm going to be saying about that on that note. But yeah, thank you guys for watching to the very end, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. And also, once again, and I hope y'all have a safe and fun Wednesday afternoon. And I'll see you all in the next video with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye-bye, my Assassinators. Y'all all take care and have a super-rific, awesome day. And before I end this video, I want to ask you guys, who's going to be winning the ratings? Is it going to be Dynamite or NXT? I'm going to let you guys to decide again. And we're also going to be seeing more ECW legends like Francine, perhaps Tommy Dreamer, and others. And also, we're going to probably going to see maybe the likes of Sandman, Raven, and Sabu. Let's hope that will be the case, though. But then again, it could be only just a handful of guys. And maybe we could see even Rhino even make an appearance on NXT, like at least a cameo. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see. But also, we're also going to be seeing the likes of Lita because she's rumored to be making an appearance. I'm like, where the hell has she been? Like, she's supposed to be doing that program with the Thank You Trish gimmick against Trish Stratus in a match against her. But it seemed like that's probably not going to be happening anytime soon, or let alone anymore. Because one, Becky Lynch is no longer there, and secondly, they're not going to be doing a big tag team match with Zoe Starks not even teaming with her anymore, with Trish Stratus anymore. She's teaming with Pure Fusion Collective with Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler. But yeah, any delay, I'm going to end today's video right here on this note, and I'll see you guys Assassinators very soon. Love you guys, and thank you guys for supporting me, and I'll see you guys again. Bye-bye.